Greetings once again and welcome to this week's episode of Fight Factory Weekly with me, Nick Raven, ready and geared up to bring you another 30 minutes of fantastic FFW action. So let's not waste any time whatsoever and find out what is in store for you this week. On this episode of Fight Factory Weekly, we kick things off with a contest from Revelations in Lincoln as the punk prodigy Kaz Crash takes on the hero Will Wilde. And at the top of the show, we go back to Breakout in Gainsborough and bring you the long-awaited rematch between the gatekeeper, AIDEN Drake, and none other than the Wonder Kid himself, Johnny Storm. Like I said, fantastic action coming up for you over the next 30 minutes this week on Fight Factory Weekly. But before we kick things off, I would just like to give you the details of our next live events coming up over the month of June across Lincolnshire. Starting off Friday the 17th of June, Fight Factory Wrestling is back at the X-Church in Gainsborough as we present Unholy Confessions. And not only that, the week after, Sunday the 26th of June, we present Payoff back in Lincoln at the BIRCHWOOD Leisure Centre. For door times and tickets and other information, please visit the website www.fightfactorywrestling.uk. Click on the tickets button at the top of the page and ensure you do not miss out on either of these events. Now, on to today's action, and we start off with a contest from Revelations in Lincoln. It is the long-time fan favourite, the punk prodigy Kaz Crash, taking on the hero Will Wilde. Wilde, of course, comes off a defeat by the steampunk sensation Edward Ripper only 48 hours prior in that unique hair versus tash match in Gainsborough. So, that in mind, how would Will Wilde fare in this very challenging contest? Let's go to Rob Daniels and Peter Payne at ringside and find out.
Uh-oh, there is the music of the freshly shaved head. And it's not Dale Preston or Dutch. I'm talking about Will Wilde. He's wearing a mask
making his way to the ring
to cover up that bald box.
From Lincoln, your hero, Will Wilde.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Lincoln's very own W anchor, as it says on his singlet. And as the camera pans to him, you'll see the welt on the chest of Will Wilde. And that was from Edward Ripper. Those horrible knife-edge chops at Gainsborough, making Will Wilde's chest look a little bit like a child's finger painting if the canvas they were painting on was pink and the finger paints in question were red.
And his opponent,
that is the music.
making his way to the ring,
Fans enjoying what they're seeing.
Kaz
A lot of love for the punk prodigy here in Lincoln. Kaz Crash, backward hat, face paint. He knows what the fans like. Kaz looking in great shape. As I am joined on commentary by one and only, the one and only, should I say, my commentary partner, my tag team partner, my partner in crime, the voice, Rob Daniels. How you doing there, Rob?
I'm great, Peter. Thank you very much. And what a turn of events there straight away at the start of the show. The man Shane Manson altering the way things are set out here. Unfortunately, not going to get to see Ripper and Dutch take on Kendo and Preston, but nonetheless, new Will Wilde spotting a nice new lucha mask against the punk prodigy Kaz Crash.
A lot of love for Crash. A lot of love for him.
Kaz Crash wrestled here at Fight Factory Wrestling a few times. A staple of the NGW roster as well. Will Wilde in for a very, very tough test here tonight.
I don't know about you, but I kind of want to see what's under Will's mask.
I think we all do. For those of you who maybe aren't aware, this Friday night, Will Wilde unfortunately lost his hair in a hair versus moustache match against Edward Ripper, and I think maybe covering up his embarrassment now.
I mean, it's a good look. I like Will Wilde in a mask. Hides his face.
I think that's a benefit of everybody here at the Birchwood Leisure Centre. But, nevertheless, Will Wilde taking it to Kaz Crash.
Oh, the headstand float over.
Gets the near fall for 2.
And the baldy chant starting early for Will Wilde.
Kaz Crash now trying to get the crowd behind him. And a slow burn crowd here at the Birchwood Leisure Centre.
I think they were disappointed. I think they're disappointed by the announcement that Shane McManson made, saying that it's not a TLC match anymore, it's a Falls Count Anywhere match.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware.
Is that what's going on? I mean, that's what he said.
Well, obviously so. He's the man in charge. He makes the decision. So what the man says goes.
I mean, that's incredibly disappointing, though, isn't it? I mean, I for one am here, obviously to commentate, but I'm also here to see that TLC match. It was going to be exciting, the first ever TLC match in the history of FFW, and now Shane McManson cancelling it.
Well, let's face it, this could work in Robbie X's favour. Robbie X, although he's a high flyer, great in that ladder situation, but the venue here, he's got a plethora of things to do, and with it being Falls Count Anywhere, hardcore, it's going to spill out. We know that. Joey Osborne, he's not one for taking any prisoners. It's still going to be an action-packed match, regardless of the stipulation.
Of course.
And who says tables, ladders and chairs won't be involved in that match?
Very true. Very, very true.
Kaz Crash now, high drop kick there, straight to the face of Will Wilde.
Fans loving it. Wilde not so much as he takes a little breather outside the ring.
Maybe smart move there by Will Wilde, taking a breather.
Well,
gives him a second. Kaz, suicide dive through the middle row. Nails Will Wilde on the outside.
And the fans love it.
The fans, I think they'd love anybody kicking the living hell, shall we say?
Let's say that, because we're on a PG show, as you know, Rob.
Out of Will Wilde. The fans living vicariously through Kaz Crash tonight, I think.
What's he got in store for Will?
Hard shoulder to the sternum. And he folds it up, sunset flip.
For the win.
Only a 2 count there for Kaz Crash. Referee Sleepless doing a great job, as always. Kaz Crash now going for a splash in the corner.
Oh, big flapjack.
Strong clothesline by Will Wilde. Goes for the cover himself. Only managing a short 2 there. There's too much left in the tank from Kaz Crash. A little bit of sarcasm there from the hero.
Mocking is Will Wilde.
Trying to wear him down now on the mat. That strong rear chin lock.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. That has gotta hurt. I tell you what, I hope Kaz Crash has got a memory foam mattress, because he's going to need that tonight.
I'm not going to disagree with you there, Peter.
The Let's Go Baldy chants. And I think that one was courtesy of the
of the merchandise table. A man of many talents, Mr. Edward Ripper.
Bringing the banter today was Ripper, as I said earlier. Just a 2. And the Baldy chants happening again, and right now, Dan, we're getting that picture taken by a member of the fan.
Everybody knows who the true stars of Fight Factory Wrestling are.
Of course they do. Another one. Loving it. Loving a bit of fan interaction.
Let's face it, the commentary team, more airtime than most of any other member of the Fight Factory Wrestling roster.
Absolutely. It could be argued, Rob, that you're the voice, I'm the face.
Exactly. And what a pair that makes. Kaz Crash for the 2.
I thought he had him.
Shoulder up.
Thought he had him.
Now, Kaz Crash, he's always brought a great strong wrestling style to Fight Factory Wrestling. He's had bouts against people like Will Jackson, Styx, among many others. Some of Britain's finest. He's here against Will Wilde. I think Kaz Crash could be too much of a challenge for the hero.
Well, you say that, Rob, but Will Wilde we know that Will Wilde can hang with the best. And the former Academy champion, of course.
Very true.
Losing the title not in a one-on-one contest.
Very true.
In that Academy scramble match back at Boiling Point.
Yep, never actually got pinned himself for the title. And in his mind, he's carried that with him, that he never truly lost the championship, and he is rightly the deserving champion. Oh, that's huge! What a springboard drop kick there from Kaz Crash as he goes for the cover, makes the 2, and a kick out from Will Wild. Kaz Crash now with a second burst of energy, getting this Birchwood crowd firmly behind him.
Such athleticism from a big man.
Oh yes, most people say if you're a cruiserweight, you've got to be skinny, you've got to be small, and you've got to do 50 flips. No, Kaz Crash is here proving that he can hang with the best of them. You know, he can fly, he can wrestle. What more do you want from a wrestler?
You know, Kaz Crash sort of almost a bodybuilding physique.
Yeah, he's very sturdy, he's a very stocky man, and that just adds to his power game.
Sleepless.
Referee Sleepless
Kaz saving Sleepless there. But not this time.
Not for too long. Will Wild going for that patented elbow. Kaz Crash now.
Oh!
Hits him with a cutter. Can he get it?
That's it.
Kaz Crash should have the win right there, but referee Sleepless still knocked down from that shove by the hero Will Wild.
Sleepless taking a bit of time to recover.
Kaz Crash helping him to his feet, helping him find his bearings.
He looks okay.
Sleepless, a veteran of the ring himself, he's taken a fair few bumps. He knows.
Oh, downstairs, Will Wild. Sleepless never saw it.
Let's face it, would you expect any less? 3 count from Will Wild, sneaking the victory against the punk prodigy, Kaz Crash.
You have to say, Will Wild stole that victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, the hero, Will Wild.
Absolutely stole that victory from Kaz Crash.
Like I said before though, Peter, would you really expect anything different? It's Will Wild.
Absolutely not.
Will Wild, despite the loss to Edward Ripper 48 hours earlier, coming out with a victory, although not in a clean fashion. Referee Sleepless getting shoved and missing the pin by Kaz Crash as he hits Will Wild with that dead level cutter. Just as he missed that low blow by Wild, rolling up Kaz Crash for a dirty pinfall victory. One thing to be noted though is the new headwear that Wild is sporting. Is the hero embarrassed by that loss? And will that play into future matches by Will Wild? Well, only time will tell. But now, on to today's main event, and it comes from Breakout in Gainsborough. It is the self-proclaimed gatekeeper of Fight Factory Wrestling, Aiden Drake, in a rematch against one of the highest rated stars of British wrestling over the past 2 decades. It is none other than the Wonder Kid, Johnny Storm. These two clashed at the end of last year at 12 Bouts of Christmas, where Johnny Storm came out victorious. Would it be 2-0 this time round? Let's head back to Rob and Peter once again at ringside and find out.
Introducing first,
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second half here against Rex Church, starting off with El Sinistre, Aiden Drake. Now, you might not know he's got Mexican heritage looking at him, but he told me to announce him as El Sinistre. Apparently Mexican connections on his stepdad's wife's side. Change for Drake in his... Oh, that's lovely. That is textbook. That is a lovely flip into the ring. Making it look easy, but that's what Aiden Drake does. Staring down the demos. And he wants the mic, of course he does. What's he got to say, I wonder?
if you could shut up for a minute, I'd really appreciate that.
Yeah, but I don't think the fans care what you appreciate, Mr. D.
Oh, boo-hoo. I knew we were coming here tonight, and so I did some research, and I found out that this place has its own name written on every single bin. Well, if they wanted the word Gainsborough written on something trashy, why didn't they put it on all of the women?
That is a cheap shot. The cheapest
But enough
shots.
about you.
Like
The
a strawberry
focus tonight
corkies.
is on Aiden Drake and the rematch against Johnny Storm.
Johnny Storm, the Wonder Kid.
Let me
is
tell you a
Drake's
story,
opponent tonight.
children. Last time Johnny and I faced, he got the better of me, not because of skill or ability, but because I allowed him.
I mean, it probably was because...
Turn to hate right in the center of the ring, and I give him a
let's be
lifeline,
fair.
a second chance, like some sort of biblical prophet. And it's only appropriate that tonight we're in a church.
We are in a church,
Is there a
Aiden.
graveyard near? Because he's gonna need one.
Why is he going to need a graveyard? Do people need graveyards? And here comes the master. He's the Wonder Kid. Big love everywhere he goes. Look at him. Stylish and skillful. Johnny Storm, huge name. Huge name in British wrestling, Johnny Storm. And if you've never seen him before, folks, after watching this match, you will absolutely see why. And it's not just the flashy tights. Feeling the love for Johnny Storm as I am joined on commentary once again by Rob Daniels. Rob, how you doing?
I'm great, and what a way to kick off the second half here. Aiden Drake versus the Wonder Kid, Johnny Storm.
What did you think about that flip from Aiden Drake?
He's busting out the moves before he's even started the proper moves in the match. Maybe good, maybe bad. He could injure himself. You never know, but it looked impressive.
I tell you, it does look impressive. Johnny Storm, flashy tights, decent hat, decent jacket. This kid knows how to work it.
He can't be the man in a fedora.
I tell you what, you are correct.
Johnny Storm, a British wrestling institution, if you will.
Absolutely.
This man's wrestled all over the world. A former TNA superstar.
Of course.
Going up with against the gatekeeper of Five Factory Wrestling, Aiden Drake. It's not going to be an easy challenge for Johnny Storm, that is for certain.
Getting the crowd on Aiden Drake's back real early. And by real early, I mean before the match has even started.
It's going to be a tight contest, this one. Held within the ring, within a 15-minute time limit.
Absolutely, 15-minute time limit.
And referee Sleepless there calling for the start of this contest and the start of those 15 minutes as Aiden Drake and Johnny Storm
There's not much
face
in it.
off.
Not much in it in height.
No, that is a very good observation there.
But Johnny Storm,
Johnny Storm looking a little bit more ripped, a little bit more shape.
absolutely, the bigger guy for sure.
And let's face it, I am hurting my eyes as the light is bouncing off Aiden Drake and his very, very pale white body.
Well, what I was saying, slap to the face. What I was saying before you joined me at the table, that Aiden Drake is actually an 8th Mexican.
I could very well believe that. The pair now running the ropes. Oh, Johnny Storm there getting the better of Aiden Drake.
I tell you what, that is the mark of someone that's been wrestling for a long time.
Of course, that's the experience edge. Taking it to the ego of Aiden Drake.
There we go. One for good measure.
Johnny Storm now trying to follow up in the corner.
Oh, Drake covering up. Johnny's not done anything.
Reminiscent of a hedgehog there rolling into a ball. Third slap sends him over the top, crashing to the floor.
3 slaps. And Drake is gone. I wonder if he's going to run to the back again like he did when he faced Ligero.
Well, wouldn't you want to run to the back after those chops?
Yeah. His chest was literally like a butcher's meat cleaver.
I think it had the blood to match, if I remember correctly. Johnny Storm now, though, taking it to him, showing a bit of mat work there with the arm lock. Aiden Drake squirming like a ladybird on his back.
Standing on the hand. And also, I like that because he's wearing red and black.
And for those not in the know, we actually have a ladybird here on our commentary table joining us this evening.
That's not a euphemism. We have an actual ladybird by us on commentary.
Johnny Storm now going back to that left arm of Aiden Drake. Showing him.
I'll tell you what, Johnny Storm engages with the fans like no one I've ever seen. He uses that as almost his tag team partner.
He gets over straight away wherever he goes. He's a fan favourite. From the moment that music hits, it literally says it all there in the song, bob your head, because that's what everybody here does. And from that moment on, they're firmly behind the Wonder Kid, Johnny Storm.
Absolutely, really does use that to his advantage.
At the moment, he was trying to use Aiden Drake's hair for an advantage there.
Aiden Drake boasting a new hairstyle today, this sort of slick back.
Yeah, a very nice new modern look, accompanied with his new ring attire.
Absolutely, he's gone for a sort of... This is a new Aiden Drake in image.
In image, yes, but maybe not in attitude. I can't see Aiden Drake changing his attitude anytime soon.
He's still well pale though, isn't he?
Oh yes. Yeah. Sheamus has got nothing on Aiden Drake.
Neither's the moon. Johnny Storm, look at that, locking in a submission on Drake. Is he going to tap?
Aiden Drake usually uses his aerial attacks to his own credit. Johnny Storm, well scouted, knows that, grounding him straight away. Experience advantage yet again.
Aiden Drake has gone up against some very experienced people over this past few months, Johnny Storm being one of them.
Yeah, Aiden Drake, like he says, he is the gatekeeper of Fight Factory Wrestling. Gone against Johnny Storm here tonight. He's been against El Ligero in recent times. Came out on the worst end of that exchange.
I mean, he did.
But
sure.
it was a hard-fought fight.
Oh, he did. I mean, we're sort of being a little bit harsh on Drake here, but let's be fair, the kid can wrestle.
Yeah, he's very talented. He's very talented in the ring. He's very talented on the mic.
Look at that headstand. Oh,
and straight to the side headlock there.
I tell you what, when other people were playing in the ball pool when they were 3 years old, Aiden Drake was headstanding. That's what he was doing. Yeah, he was honing that headstand.
But Johnny Storm now taking the legs as a headlock. Aiden Drake struggling to move.
Look at his face.
He can't even breathe.
Face.
Is that a choke though, Sleepless? I don't know. Sleepless deems no.
Look at the face. Look at the face.
Johnny Storm's got that scissors locked in tight.
Aiden Drake's got the kind of face that you have once you've eaten a lot of Brussels sprouts, a lot of Tic Tacs, and a lot of caffeine.
Aiden Drake, they'll go for that handstand once again.
I'll tell you what,
flipping out. Oh, what a slap there. Not knocking him senseless, but more knocking his little bit of pride out of him there, if anything.
Possibly. And Drake now, no.
Johnny Storm, though, on his back, but can he get the better of this exchange here between Aiden Drake? Trying to get the crowd behind him. As we explained earlier, Johnny Storm, a massive fan favourite everywhere he goes, especially here in Gainsborough at the X-Church, as they're rallying behind the Wonder Kid now. Kip up by Johnny Storm. Goes for a springboard. Arm drag, takes him across the ring. Aiden Drake getting caught up in the ropes on that exchange. And Johnny Storm capitalises on that and sends him for a bit of a choke. Aiden Drake, though, now taking the boots to Johnny Storm, big style. The crowd wanting that 619 from Johnny Storm.
I want the 619 from Johnny Storm. It's a fantastic move.
Johnny Storm, Rey Mysterio of the British wrestling scene. He's got the high-flying ability. He's got the crowd behind him.
He doesn't have the mask, though.
Well, if you go to Johnny Storm's merchandise stand, he does quite often sell masks for your pleasure.
He does. As well as a plethora of other things. Now, Johnny Storm making use of Aiden Drake's new hairstyle. The sort of short back and sides.
Yeah, well,
longer on top, but a little bit more feathered.
If he'd have gone for what I like to call as the Dutch hairstyle.
Okay, yeah.
Johnny Storm may not be able to take advantage instead.
That's very true. Roll up. 2 from Sleepless there.
Only a 2 count.
Gut kick.
Aiden Drake, though, straight back on the offense. Taking it to Johnny Storm now. Stalls. Big knee drop.
Right across the face. That's the thing about Aiden Drake. He makes every move count.
He doesn't care about your well-being. He doesn't care even if you walk out the ring after the match. All he cares about is getting in there and getting the job done. as you can see right now, go for cover after cover after cover.
Yeah, and the knee on the bicep as well.
It's little things like that make a difference.
Oh, but
what a move there by Johnny Storm.
Would make a difference to your future plans.
Big roundhouse there. Johnny Storm now rallying the crowd up behind him. Oh, Aiden Drake cuts him off before he even had a chance to capitalise on that.
Aiden Drake saying that's over.
Is Aiden Drake serious? He's going single leg grapevine there.
Yeah, but I don't think you're going to beat him with that.
Drops the knee down onto the inside of the leg there.
Nope.
Taking him to that.
Oh, come on, Aiden. You're better than this, aren't you? No.
Well,
no, he's not. No,
you don't have to like his methods, but it's effective. He's grounding Johnny Storm. Like we said, Johnny Storm is Rey Mysterio-esque in his offense. Well, take away those legs. He's got no speed. He's got no aerial attacks. He grounds him. That's where Aiden Drake, his mastermind, comes into play.
Absolutely. And he is a wrestling mastermind. There's no two ways about it.
Love him, hate him, you can't deny the lad's talent.
I don't think many people love him.
Well, he has got that face only a mother could love, I suppose.
And not even then. I mean, how can you love someone that stands on the neck of another man?
He's a very sly individual. He's got that ego about him. He feels he's better than everybody else.
Well, what I'm interested in is, will he be better than Tommy Ryder on Sunday? Because he has got an Academy Championship title match.
Well, only time will tell. Let's face it, that both men in that match have the ability to win. But Johnny Storm there, capitalising on Aiden Drake's lapse of concentration.
Just
there.
For the fans, people watching, there is absolutely no protection on the outside floor in here. It is concrete.
We are straight on the concrete floor here. No give. No mercy.
I mean, it's not very nice taking a move in the ring. That's gonna hurt. But on the concrete floor, that is a different kettle of fish. That is a different saucepan of tuna. That is a different flask of dogs.
Listen to the crowd now getting behind Johnny Storm. Flips over that.
Lovely.
Top rope,
absolutely
splash.
Lovely.
Goes for the cover. Only a 2 there from Sleepless. No, I've got to admit, Sleepless doing a very good job refereeing here tonight in all his bouts.
He says
Johnny
finish.
Storm looking to finish.
What's he going for here, Johnny?
He's going for that modified Michinoku driver. Aiden Drake, though, blocks it. Kick to the gut.
And he's doing that a lot.
He calls that the finer things.
I like the finer things.
5 minutes remaining in the match. 5 minutes.
As you heard there, the voice of Daniel saying there's 5 minutes remaining in this match. I couldn't call it.
Our little timekeeper in my ear there to make the announcement that we do only have 5 minutes left in this match. And let's face it, there's not a lot to call. Both men,
I tell you what,
offense, defense, it's too close to call.
You couldn't slide a tracing paper between them.
Both men now back to their feet. Aiden Drake with the right hand. Johnny Storm replies. Drake, Storm. Aiden Drake, big European uppercut. Sends Johnny reeling into the ropes.
What's he going for here?
Runs up.
Sky high.
That's got to be it. That's got to be it. Aiden Drake managing to kick out at the last second there.
I tell you what, like I said about the concrete floor, but taking that move in that ring is going to knock you for 6, sometimes 7, sometimes 7.5.
Johnny Storm, though, back to his feet. He knows he's got Aiden Drake here as he heads up to the middle rope there.
Johnny Storm calling for the fans, want to see it.
No, Aiden Drake ducking between the legs. Johnny Storm, though, favouring that injured leg.
He turns to hate. He's done it.
He's done it.
It's it. It's over. It's absolutely over. No one gets up from a turn to hate. No one in the history of the world gets up from a turn. Oh, well.
Apart from the British legend, Mr. Johnny Storm.
I tell you what, my in front of me now is a plate. There are some words on it, and I am going to feast upon them. I am going to eat my words.
Johnny Storm's showing he's still got the fight left. And let's face it, in most of Johnny Storm's matches, he ends up facing against bigger people. He is, a lot of the time, a bit of a Tommy Ryder, a bit of an underdog.
Sure,
but these men, as you pointed out at the start, Peter, are both very, very evenly challenged.
Some sort of modified bow and arrow we've got here.
He calls that move there the key to the gate. And could this be the key to success in this match?
I think it could be. I think it could well be. Johnny Storm nowhere near the ropes, as you can see.
Johnny Storm in no man's land as he reaching for thin air, really.
He's got nothing to reach for, Rob. The ropes are nowhere near him. His only hope is that Aiden Drake hasn't got the strength to keep him there.
This would be a monumental win for Aiden Drake.
Absolutely huge. I tell you what, Johnny's... He's out. He's out, Rob. He's gone.
Sleepless now.
He's gone at the game.
He's got the 2 count.
He's gone at the game. That's it. He's won. Aiden Drake's won.
Getting to ring the bell. No. Referee Sleepless.
Look at that hand. Look at that hand. It's not dropped for the 3, and he is reaching for those ropes, but again, he is still so far away. But Johnny Storm, Rob, Johnny Storm's crawling.
He's crawling with every ounce of effort he's got left.
Like our Ladybird friend here, he is crawling.
Aiden Drake, though, still got that key to the gate locked in.
Still got it cinched.
He's trying to pull him back, but Johnny Storm...
He's going to get there. He's going to get there, you know. He's got there.
He's got the bottom rope.
He's absolutely got that, and I did not think that was possible. Johnny Storm is Superman. Johnny Storm is General Zod. Johnny Storm is someone that comes from Krypton and comes to Earth and is enabled to fly and be really strong just because of the Earth's atmosphere is so much different to that of Krypton. That is what Johnny Storm is. Well, there you go. There you go. And you know what Aiden Drake set up for now? If Johnny Storm can just capitalise.
He took his eye off the ball there, arguing with Sleepless. Johnny Storm dropped toe hold. He's hanging on the ropes. The crowd can feel it.
He's in position.
Johnny Storm can feel it, but can he do it? Can he do it?
Johnny with a 6-1-9. There it is. There it is.
Johnny Storm looking to finish off Aiden Drake. Go for that modified Michinoku driver.
Boom, there we go.
Cinched in. Can he make the cover? Can he make the cover? We've not got long left in this match.
Seconds, Rob. What's going on? What's going on? Did Johnny won?
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is a time limit draw.
So, before Sleepless could count the 3, the time elapsed.
15 minutes gone by, and unfortunately the timekeeper making the asking me to make the announcement there. As you heard, Johnny Storm wasn't...
But Rob, Johnny was going to win.
He probably was going to win, but time is time. That's all we can do.
Time is indeed time. Even on Krypton, time's time.
Johnny Storm looking over here.
Anything, Johnny. It's the rules, mate. Them's the rules.
A time limit's a time limit at the end of the day.
Time limit is a time limit. It's the rules. It's what's got... Drop toe hold. Well, it looks like Johnny Storm doesn't want the match to end, and he's going to send the fans home happy. Maybe he's going to go for another 619 on Mr. Drake. They want it. They want it, Rob.
We all want it.
They want it more than a lion wants a steak of caribou.
The crowd here chanting 619 as Johnny runs up, and he nails it.
Oh, Aiden Drake for the second time tasting that leather.
And
Johnny Storm's
straight out to the hard floor here. Johnny Storm, very unfortunate.
He is unfortunate.
Aiden Drake, although he is out on his arse, may I say, a very fortunate.
Very fortunate Aiden.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think the fans have got it right. I think they've got it right. Aiden Drake saying that the time saved him, but he was losing. He was going to be counted out.
He was going to be counted out, but what can you do? The rules are the rules.
Them's the rules.
I don't think any of us really saw that one coming, especially myself. The match had a scheduled 15-minute time limit. And after favouring that left knee for the majority of the match, Johnny Storm hits that patented Wonderwhirl and finally tries to pin Aiden Drake. However, the time limit expires at the count of 2, and because of that, the contest is ruled a time limit draw. Johnny Storm, not happy with the decision, hits a second 619 on Aiden Drake in frustration. However, as we saw at the end, Aiden Drake was happy with the draw, and you've got to conclude that in his mind, a draw is as good as a win. The near 20-year ring veteran, the star that is the Wonder Kid, not able to pin Aiden Drake. And when you think of it like that, it's no wonder that Aiden Drake was happy with the outcome. Now, That is all the time this week on Fight Factory Weekly we have got, but don't forget to check out www.fightfactorywrestling.uk for all the information regarding our upcoming events in Gainsborough and Lincoln. I've been Nick the Raven, and we'll be back next week for more FFW action. So, until then, take care.
Today we're born to somehow